own seats. And our guests, please find their seats in the gallery. Welcome everyone to this recess meeting of the Will County Board for August 17, 2017. We will call this meeting to order. If everyone would please stand for the pledge of allegiance. By County Board Member Annette Parker, who then will also lead us and introduce our clergy for this morning.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to introduce Father Burke Masters, the Vocation Director for the Diocese of Joliet and Chaplain for the Chicago Cubs. Father Burke was raised in Joliet and attended Providence Catholic High School. He played on the Mississippi State University baseball team and advanced to the College World Series. Father Burke attended Mundelein Seminary, was ordained in 2002, and became Vocation Director for the Joliet Diocese in 2006.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. And as a lifelong Joliet resident, I thank you for all that you do for us. So let's pray in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. This is from John chapter 15. As the Father loves me, so I also love you. Remain in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and your joy may be complete. This is my commandment, love one another as I love you. No one has greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. Heavenly Father, we give you thanks and praise for another day of life, another day to serve you. Just ask you to flood this room with the gifts of your Holy Spirit, that each one of us and all that we say and do today may give you honor and glory, and that we may seek the good of all people, all the residents of Will County, especially the poor, the elderly, and those who have no voice. And we ask all this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you.
Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Sure. Mayor?
Here.
Brooks?
Here.
O'Gara? Summers? Here. Singer?
Here.
Moran?
Here.
Rice? Here. Harris?
Here.
Trainier? Here. Medefield?
Here.
Fritz? Gould?
Here.
Militello? Here. Balich?
Here.
Grizzlone? Here. Winfrey? Here. Parker? Here. Staley Ferry? Here. Dollinger? Here. Markham?
Here.
Hart? Chimino? Weigel?
Here.
Berry?
Here.
Colitis?
Here.
And Mustis.
Mr. Mustis? Here.
Thank you.
25 present, 1 absent.
25 presidents, 1 absent. A quorum is present, Entertain a motion to place on file the certificate of publication. Moved by Ms. Summers, second by Ms. Trenier. Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Sure. Mayor? Brooks?
Yes.
Summers?
Yes.
Singer? Moran?
Yes.
Rice?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Trenier?
Yes.
Benefield?
Yes.
Fritz?
Yes.
Gould?
Yes.
Militello?
Yes.
Balich?
Yes.
Whizzalone?
Yes.
Winfrey?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Staley Ferry?
Yes.
Dollinger?
Yes.
Markham?
Yes.
Hart?
Yes.
Chumanello?
Yes.
Weigel?
Yes.
Ferry?
Yes.
Colitis?
Yes.
And Eustace.
Yes.
Thank you.
25 affirmative.
25 affirmative, the motion is carried. Entertain a motion to approve the Will County Board recess meeting of June 2017 on the approval of the minutes. Moved by Mr. Mayor, seconded by Ms. Rice. Any questions? Any questions? Previous roll by Mr. Moran, second by Mr. Markham. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Contrary motion is carried. Motion, entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the executive session minutes of the meeting of July 20th, 2017.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Mayor, second by Mr. Carlisle. Any questions? Any questions? Previous roll by Mr. Ferry, second by Ms. Winfrey. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The motion is carried. Madam Clerk, please acknowledge our elected officials and the media that is present this morning.
Sure. Auditor Duffy Blackburn, Circuit Clerk Andrew Lynn Chasteen, County Clerk Nancy Schultz Booth, our County Executive Larry Walsh, Recorder of Deeds Karen Stuckel, State's Attorney James Blasco, and we also have our Chief Judge Richard Shaneson with us this morning. And we have Michael Collins, our Plainfield Village President, Margaret McDermed, State Rep from the 37th District, John Connor, State Representative from the 85th District, Pat McGuire, 43rd Legislative District. We have Missy Schumacher, the Mayor of Shanahan, and Jennifer Patino-Turan from the 49th State Senator. I'm hoping we didn't miss anybody. Good. Welcome and good morning.
Good morning.
And we also have the media with us this morning. We have Nick Ryer. Sorry about this. I'll introduce you in just a few seconds. You can go on. I'll give you a second.
We'll come back to that. Next up is honorary resolutions and proclamations. And if I could ask Ray Tumanello, County Board Member Ray Tumanello, to come to the podium for a proclamation.
So we have Margot McDermed from the 37th District that's going to read a proclamation to us regarding our air traffic control tower at Lewis University. Margot.
Good morning, everyone. I can't even tell you what a great pleasure it is to be back at Will County Board where government works. One of the things I was doing last fall when I was putting together what bills I would want to have for this session was to look at the Will County legislative agenda, which I know you put so much time and effort into. And I saw a couple things on there. One was, let's do something about our quarries. Let's do something about some of the tax dollars and fees that we're losing because of the footprint of the maybe sometime pie-in-the-sky airport. And the third one was the Lewis Lockport Control Tower. Now, my first two bills created a big stir, and we made a little progress in those two areas, and they will be coming back next year. I have by no means given up on getting those quarries cleaned up or getting some more fees and tax dollars in the footprint of the airport. But one thing we were successful in doing is getting a proclamation about a control tower for Lewis Lockport, which I think would be, number one, really add to safety, and number two, really assist in the development here in Will County. And I'll just tell you a funny story. When I had the committee hearing about this process, one of the reps, a Democrat rep, Kathleen Willis, said, well, how are they managing, who's controlling it now? And I said, no one. And she's like, who's controlling it now? What's happening? And I said, well, the planes just kind of look out for each other and kind of talk to each other over their things. And she's like, oh, that's terrible, put me on the bill. So that's why you see Kathleen Willis as one of the sponsors of the bill, besides many of our reps from Will County who all sponsored the bill, and we're happy to support it. I want to make that very clear. And I think that that's the way we should all look at this, is this is a very busy airport used by many private and corporate aircraft, and we really should be developing it. I'll just read you a little bit of it. Lewis Lockport Airport. Lewis University Airport is a 1,000-acre facility on Renwick Road. Lewis University is a national leader in aviation education. It was established in 1932. It's well known and highly regarded. Gives aviation graduates a strong professional network to tap into and competitive advantage. The programs are FAA approved and nationally recognized. They were recently awarded the Lenin Trophy as the outstanding all-around collegiate aviation program in the nation. The airport plays a critical role in the region as an economic engine. More than 20 Fortune 500 companies use the airport. A permanent control tower would make for safer landings at the airport, which has 2 intersecting runways. It would attract more commercial jets and increase the economic growth in the area. And therefore, the Illinois General Assembly resolved that we urge the United States Congress and the President to provide federal funding for Lewis University Airport to construct an air traffic control tower. And that copies of this resolution be delivered to the President, the Majority Leader, the Minority Leader, the Speaker of the House, and the House Minority Leader, and all the members of the Illinois Congressional Delegation. And this was adopted by the Illinois House of Representatives on May 9th, 2017. So I'm happy to be here today and deliver this to you, and let's all move forward and try to make this happen. Thank you.
I want to say thank you to all the legislators, Margot, especially yourself, for bringing this bill forward, because as a 23-year pilot myself, I fly in and out of DuPage Airport, and the reason I fly out of DuPage Airport is because it's a controlled tower in controlled airspace. And my family is my precious cargo, just like these corporate jets, you know, they have their executives on board. But when you look at the corporate structure of many of these companies that have their own aircraft, the majority of them have written in their insurance policy that they cannot land or take off or depart from a non-controlled air tower. This will help in a tremendous way to bring economic development and growth in a fashion that we're not going to be used to. It is going to help tremendously, and I could not be more proud and more happy with this bill. Thank you.
Yeah, pleasure.
Thank you very much, Representative, for the proclamation. Next up is recognition of retiree Pat Fera on her retirement. County Board Member Don Moran, will you please come to the podium. Pat here. You should be getting used to the East Side proclamations.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to present Pat Fera a certificate of appreciation for her years of service with the Workforce Investment Board of Will County. I'd like to list a few of the things that she's done and accomplished in her almost 17 years of service. It's been my pleasure to work with Pat on the Workforce Investment Board for the last several years, and I also sit on the Center for Economic Development Board with her. She's a rock star when it comes to data analysis and moving economic development forward in Will County. She's collaborated with the Will County Center for Economic Development to conduct numerous targeted industry and workforce studies that assisted in the planning for potential new businesses in Will County. She's led the implementation and ongoing operation of workforce boards of Metropolitan Chicago Group, assisted in obtaining over $8 million in grants to support training in healthcare, manufacturing, and IT. She's identified and recruited over 100 private sector business leaders to serve on the Workforce Investment Board of Will County and participate in helping shape the workforce system in Will County. Successfully transitioned workforce services operations from an outside organization into the county structure. She's developed strategies to inform and engage elected officials at federal, state, and local level on critical workforce issues and initiatives. Developed a system of workforce data collection and analysis that has led to improved performance, efficient use of resources, and enhanced service to job seekers and business customers. Has developed a reputation locally and statewide as an innovator of creative and meaningful solutions to workforce-related challenges. And she's led an initiative to establish a true one-stop center for workforce-related services in Will County, now known as the Workforce Center of Will County. Pat, it's my pleasure to present you with this certificate of appreciation. Thank you very much for your years of service.
I don't usually get to come up here and talk, so I promise I'll only spend 30 or 40 minutes. I want to thank everyone here for this recognition. I'm so lucky. I get to be the face of these exciting programs that you support here in Will County. We have an amazing staff at the Workforce Investment Board. Susan Plessner and her staff at Workforce Services Division. It's the work that those people do that I get to show off and people recognize us for. So thank you to those folks. Thank you to the county board, the county executive, our elected officials in the state, and our congressional delegation for recognizing the importance of workforce programs here in the county, not only for those residents who need services, but to help expand our economy, helping employers improve the kinds of employees that they can recruit and the kinds of services and product that they can produce here in the county. We're very fortunate to have the support of the county board, of the county executive, to be able to really move to the front of workforce programs in the state and in the nation. So thank you very much. I'm going to miss the work that I do, miss the folks that I get to work with, but you're in good hands, and thank you so much.
Next up is County Board Member Don Gould. Please come to the podium. Jeff Ronaldson. Don has a proclamation recognizing the Day of Hope coming up in September. Don?
Thank you, Larry. Some of you have some information on your desk regarding this Day of Hope, and I'd like to just read this proclamation. Recognizing the National Tay-Sachs and Allied Diseases Association Day of Hope on September 16, 2017. Whereas the mission of the National Tay-Sachs and Allied Diseases Association is to lead the fight to treat the cure for Tay-Sachs, Canavan, and Sandhoff and related genetic diseases, and to support affected families and individuals in leading fuller lives. Whereas the majority of these diseases impact children and are life-limiting in nature, and securing federal funding for research and finding a cure is a challenge. And whereas after several years of normal childhood development, Molly and Madeline Ronaldson began exhibiting developmental delays. And whereas on April 30th, 2016, doctors informed the family that genetic testing reveals both girls had juvenile Sandhoff disease. And whereas juvenile Sandhoff disease is an extremely rare disease that affects the nervous system and is progressive in nature. And whereas NTSAD is holding its 7th National Day of Hope fundraiser on September 16th, 2017 to assist in providing much-needed grants for research projects that hold promise and potential that could lead to treatments for these rare diseases. And whereas to be a part of the 2017 Day of Hope, one can visit the ntsad.org website on a national level or support a local level, such as Miracles for Molly and Madeline, which will be held September 16th from 4 to 7 p.m. at Wilson Creek Elementary School in Manhattan on behalf of the Ronaldson family. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Will County Board and the Will County Executive recognize September 16, 2017 as NTSAD Day of Hope. Be it further proclaimed that the Will County Board and the Will County Executive urge residents to be a part of the 2017 Day of Hope to learn more about juvenile Sandhoff disease and to support programs and initiatives for research and treatment. Jeff, I want you to know that the county board is with Mandy and your girls, and the whole county government is in support. And I encourage everyone to please turn out in Manhattan on September 16th.
So moved. Second by Ms. Dollinger. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Carried. Motion has carried.
Thank you. My wife and I are very appreciative of Executive Walsh, Chairman Boostis, and board and staff for allowing this day to be recognized coming up. I won't go into a lot of it because you have it on your desk and we got a lot to do today. But I will let you know NTSAD, national organization, been around for 60 years, advocating for rare diseases. My family had a chance to go to Texas this year for the family conference and learn, share with families on how to deal with the situation, how to find resources to help, and actually meet with the researchers to see where they're at and where they need to go. So we're very encouraged. They have a plan. They know what they need to do. They just need to get there. As is often the case with the research, it might not be where we need it to be, but it's in progress, and this Day of Hope is a means of helping get there. So I appreciate your consideration, and if there's any questions, you know where to find me. Thank you.
All resolutions approved at the July 20th, 2017 County Board meeting have been signed by the County Executive. Before I get started, I would like to personally thank you, elected officials and special guests, our mayors that have come to hear our State of the County message today. We appreciate that very much. It's because of all of you and all working together that we make this county the way it is, as great a county as it is to be. So thank you very much. Good morning, Speaker Mustis, County Board members, elected officials, and residents of Will County. Each year I have the statutory responsibility to report on the health of our county through this State of the County address, which highlights our many accomplishments and outlines plans for the future. I am proud to report this has been another successful year. We have seen great progress in streamlining county operations while improving county facilities. We also have seen continued business growth in all areas of the county, which means new opportunities for our residents. It's a very exciting time in Will County as we proactively plan for a brighter future. The strength of our county is based on many things. Most importantly, we are a diverse county comprised of residents from every walk of life. No matter what race, religion, ancestry, you are welcome to be part of the American dream here in Will County. We are blessed to be in a strategic location at the crossroads of America. We are truly in America's heartland. Despite difficulties at the state and federal levels, business do well in our county. Our communities work together to create a stable environment with continued investment in infrastructure and a strong workforce. However, this central location in the Midwest is both a blessing and a challenge, as growth can sometimes negatively impact our quality of life. All of us have had to contend with the congestion associated with more traffic as our region grows. With today's speech, I will provide a sampling of some of these great things that continue to happen in Will County. I couldn't possibly talk about them all, but I want everyone to know that Will County remains strong and is still a great place to live, work, and raise a family. As one of the fastest growing counties in the state and the nation, we continue to see economic growth and remain very optimistic about our future. The success we enjoy now is no accident. It is the result of many years of being fiscally responsible, planning wisely, and working together toward shared goals. It is also maintaining our top priority, serving our residents. Each day we transform detailed plans into precise actions and are seeing the results of this hard work. Some of these success stories have taken a number of years and steps, but we are achieving tangible results. I think it is important to review briefly some of the history that has established our strong foundation that we are building upon today. When I first became county executive in 2004, we did not have formal financial policies and procedures in place to support our rapidly growing county. Our first step was a collaboration between the county board and my administration to establish a formal cash reserve policy. The goal was to set aside 22 to 26% of our corporate budget to maintain a solid cash flow, to ensure our bills are paid on time and secure our financial foundation. We also face challenges with our transportation and facility infrastructure. We did not have a formal centralized list of critical capital projects, nor a clear budget plan to advance key efforts. Prior to 2008, we had to save several years of motor fuel taxes and other highway revenues to fund major transportation infrastructure projects. The thought of doing a major capital project like a new sheriff's public safety complex or a new modern courthouse were just concepts, not real possibilities. As many of us do in our own personal households, when faced with similar challenges, we need a plan. We need to budget responsibly by cutting unnecessary expenses or finding creative ways to increase efficiency. We also needed to find new sources of revenue to support these needs. Working together with the county board, our county-wide elected officials, and other elected officials in Will County, we have achieved many of these goals due to this disciplined approach to governing. At the start of our current fiscal year, the corporate fund had $49.8 million on hand in cash and investments, which is 25% of 2017 corporate fund budget. We have met that targeted reserve for 10 consecutive years and expect to continue to meet this goal. Let me point out, though, that these dollars are not excess funds, but resources set aside to continue to meet our financial obligations. These prudent fiscal practices strengthened our financial health and earned a county a AA+ rating in 2009, which we have consistently maintained. This favorable bond rating is beneficial when seeking larger sums of money for major capital projects. A specific example of this was our recent bond offering, which had preliminary sale orders at 4 times the amount available. We issued $175 million in bonds to fund our new courthouse and public safety complex. The county saved $4.5 million on this bond issue due to our strong financial rating. Our continued growth significantly impacts our transportation infrastructure, and we must continue to invest in our roadways and bridges to keep people safe and the flow of traffic moving. Working with our state legislators in 2008, a significant new revenue stream, the expanded RTA sales tax, became a reality in Metro Chicagoland. Since its inception, we have received a total of approximately $188 million from this new revenue stream. This year, we anticipate more than $23 million. These sales tax dollars are generated from many visitors to Will County who are shopping or working here or visiting one of our many tourist attractions. This revenue is then reinvested in our roads, bridges, and now our public safety complex. In 2010, we used RTA dollars to fund the $100 million bond issue known as Build Will, which jump-started many of our most critical road and bridge needs. This was a great way to put local people to work through these many projects. We continue to utilize RTA sales tax proceeds to advance many important transportation projects in every area of the county. An important regional project that remains a major topic of discussion is the Weber Road and I-55 interchange project in northern Will County. This highly anticipated project is expected to cost over $90 million and is funded 50% by Will County using a large sum from the RTA tax dollars. Without this funding source, this critically needed project in the densely populated northern part of our county would not be possible. Working with our partners at the Illinois Department of Transportation, we will continue our efforts to advance this vital project, offering motorists a safer roadway and encouraging further economic development within this important commercial corridor. Much like the transportation infrastructure, our county facilities also required renewed focus with a formalized vision for the future. This began in 2009 with a facility needs study, a comprehensive evaluation of all the county's buildings and detailed space projections for the future. Our continued population growth and aging county facilities meant we needed a plan that would guide us going forward. White and Company was hired to assist the county through the development of this study, which ultimately became the foundation for our master plan, which was completed in 2011. The action items that have continued in the years since involved a complicated a series of steps much like a chess match. Our one effort was completed before another could begin. Each had a role in advancing our efforts towards much larger projects. The initial steps were the purchase of the former Social Security building on Scott Street and the First Midwest Bank building on Ottawa and Jefferson Streets. These purchases allowed for consolidation of the coroner and the recorder of deeds into the Social Security building and the relocation of the sheriff's offices from the old Eagle building into the First Midwest building. Our work at the Court Annex building enabled us to consolidate the state's attorney's offices into one location, thereby increasing their operational efficiencies. With the 121 North Chicago Street building empty, we are now able to finalize the intergovernmental agreement with the City of Joliet that involves several beneficial land swaps. The County of Joliet will be able to move forward with plans to connect Chicago Street between Washington and Jefferson Street, improving traffic flow through the heart of downtown Joliet. With this agreement, the county anticipates a modern, expanded courthouse parking lot that will include automated payment options. On the site of the 121 Chicago Street, previous city plans called for the building of a new public square concept with enhanced green space for visitors to enjoy. we are planning to move the sheriff's offices into their new buildings on Laraway Road by the end of 2017. This new state-of-the-art $33.8 million, 100,000 square foot public safety complex will contain the majority of the sheriff's administrative operations, the Emergency Telephone Service Board administrative offices, and the Laraway Communication Center 911 Dispatch Center that will serve 31 agencies. This consolidation will increase efficiency and reduce operating costs. With the completion of the public safety complex, construction is scheduled to begin on the new courthouse in early 2018. Working with the county board, we made the decision to build out all 10 floors rather than moving forward with only 8 floors and adding the remaining 2 floors at a later date. Investing these funds now will save the county money in the future. We will be well prepared to accommodate our future judicial needs as the county continues to grow toward its predicted population of more than 1 million people. One of the core functions of any county government is its health department. Our residents and employees deserve a safe, modern building in which to access the critical public health services. Last year, our health department provided more than 263,000 services to the residents of Will County. Originally built in the 1920s, this building has been deteriorating for many years and must be replaced. Programming efforts are currently underway which represent the initial step towards the design and the construction of a new building. We intend to lead the way in providing a quality, state-of-the-art health department facility, allowing our employees to continue to offer the exemplary services our residents need and deserve. Services such as annual school immunizations and physicals, tobacco prevention, prenatal care, nutrition education are all important programs that protect the county, help the health of our county. Next month, when I present fiscal year 2018 proposed budget, I will talk more about the specific needs of our health department and how we propose to maintain critical offices in the areas of behavioral and mental health. We are very fortunate to have the fully renovated Sunny Hill Nursing Home, a high-quality skilled nursing care facility. This beautiful facility allows our residents to stay in Will County near family and friends and receive the exceptional care they may need. Over the past 13 years, we have invested more than $30 million in significant renovations at Sunny Hill, upgrading the dining rooms and creating private rooms for the residents. Longtime Director Karen Sobrero, who recently retired, made it her mission to ensure Sunny Hill was a comfortable home for the residents. New Director Becky Halderson will be continuing this concept of resident-centered care at Sunny Hill. With the beautiful gardens, the bright, cheery dining and gathering room, Sunny Hill is indeed an asset to Will County. In June, the National Centers of Medicare and Medicaid gave Sunny Hill a 5-star rating, placing it in the top 10% of all nursing homes in Illinois. We are proud to have this national recognition. Economic development is a top priority in Will County. We are continuing investment in infrastructure, steady focus on developing a high-quality workforce, and our strategic location, we remain well positioned to build upon our recent success. However, we cannot become complacent and must continue to work with our local and regional partners in both the public and private sectors. While we have the continued growth of international leaders like Amazon, which will soon have 5 facilities within Will County and approximately 8,000 to 10,000 employees, we are also working to assist the small and mid-sized businesses that are growing each year and adding jobs to our local economy. The growth of our intermodal facility has earned us the title of the largest inland port in North America. But it comes with a cost of roadways packed with trucks delivering goods to the market. Due to this challenge, we worked with IDOT, the Will County Center for Economic Development, and other partners in the private sector to conduct a community-friendly freight mobility study that we are wrapping up this month. This study took a comprehensive look at the freight movement into and out of our county. It has many goals, but the key points are to remain economically competitive while balancing the quality of life for our residents. We also want to ensure that we have a strong workforce focus to keep our residents trained and ready to go to work in higher paying jobs in these industries. The challenge of balancing growth and quality of life for residents is no easy task. There are times when major developments are a possibility in our county, but without the necessary infrastructure in place to handle the flow of traffic safely, we may not be able to move forward. This is why my administration, the county board, and many of our local partners continue to fight for additional dollars to improve I-80, I-55, and other roadways that support commerce and our residents. There is much work to do in this area, and I look forward to working with the county board as we move forward with the freight plan into action. I would like to mention another area that we worked on this past year, the realm of tourism. Heritage Corridor Convention and Visitor Bureau is our partner in promoting our region as a tourist destination. In 2016, over $642 million were spent on tourism-related activity in Will County. Due to this growing market, we partnered with the Bureau to support their annual travel book for our region and produce a unique Route 66 brochure. As you can see on the screen, this pocket-sized brochure promotes tourist attractions along the historic Route 66 that runs throughout our entire county. This effort involved a contribution from the county that leveraged significant private sector funds and is intended to further expand Will County's growing reputation as a tourist destination. From the Route 66 raceway with the upcoming NASCAR races, the Medellin Tall Grass Prairie with the bison, and the many restaurants and shops along Route 66, we are welcoming tourists from around the world. Will County was recently commended for its work towards effectively ending homelessness amongst our veterans. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development recognized the success of the Will County Continuum of Care, a strong partnership of county and local nonprofit agencies, including the Will County Center for Community Concerns, the Will County Veterans Assistance Commission, Hines Veterans Hospital, Morning Star Mission, and Cornerstones, just to name a few. we have been named the 50th community in the nation recognized for this accomplishment. What this means is we have been successful in assisting any veteran who has come to us in search of housing. This strong continuum assures any veterans seeking assistance will find the help they need. I am proud of the success of this cooperative effort. To date, we have helped 59 veterans find a place to call home. Our veterans made sacrifices to ensure our nation's freedom. Helping them find a permanent housing is the very least we can do to honor their services. Will County was named a SoulSmart Bronze Community by the International City County Management Association for its commitment to the development of solar energy that reduces utility costs and supports the environment. We are the first in Illinois to receive this recognition. The Land Use Department has included solar power as an alternative energy option on its building permit application, which encourages this green practice. The county has implemented online permitted process, which has proven to be very successful. In 2016, 1,354 online applications were submitted. This year, nearly 2,000 applications have been submitted online. New development inspections have increased that by 78% over last year. These numbers indicate Will County is still very attractive to investors. This new construction brings a new tax base to help fund necessary county services. Despite a lack of support from state and federal programs, Will County has been successful in continuing to offer convenient electronic recycling services. Our Resource Recovery and Engineering or Energy Division in the Land Use Department has worked very hard to continue to host one-day electronic collection events. Since 2000, this program has recycled more than 23 million pounds of unwanted electronics, keeping them out of our landfill and protecting our natural resources. Already this year, we have collected 1 million pounds through the 8 permanent electronic recycling sites across the county and record-breaking one-day collection events in our communities. In addition to all these exciting recycling programs our Land Use Department offers, we are also dedicated to educating our children about the need to protect our planet. Each year, our environmental educator organizes an Earth Flag event where local schools must complete 4 qualified Earth tasks to earn an Earth Flag for their school. This year, 50 schools and more than 10,000 students participated in this program, organizing events such as shoe and clothing collections, composting, or having a waste-free lunch day. I am very proud of the Will County's continued commitment to green living. Sadly, the United States is in the midst of the largest opiate epidemic in our nation's history. According to the National Drug Threat Assessment in 2014, more people in Illinois died from an overdose than car accidents or homicides. Will County saw a record number of 78 heroin-related deaths in 2016. 40% more than the previous year. This increase is due to the availability of fentanyl, a very potent synthetic opiate that is 50 times stronger than heroin. Over the past 7 years, we have worked to raise awareness and educate our children about the dangers of heroin and other opiate drugs. This year, Will County was awarded the Prescription Drug Opiate Overdose Related Deaths Grant by the Illinois Department of Human Service and funded by SAMHSA to further these efforts. Will County is part of the statewide Illinois Opiate Crisis Advisory Council. Through this grant, we established the Office of Substance Use Initiatives under the direction of Dr. Kathleen Burke to support Narcan training and for service organizations, community overdose and addiction education, and expand evidence-based education in our schools. Will County has made significant progress in these initiatives. In 2016, all police departments in Will County were trained to administer Narcan, the life-saving antidote that can reverse an opiate overdose. Between February and June, 168 people have been trained to deliver Narcan. To date, in 2017, Narcan has been deployed 23 times compared to 16 times total in 2016. Just recently, an Elwood police officer used Narcan to revive a man who had overdosed on heroin. The Good Samaritan Act that passed in 2010 protects individuals who render emergency assistance to an overdosed person. And an important strategy under this initiative is the Safe Passage Program. At the request of several police agencies in Will County, we have created a program which connects anyone suffering from an addiction with treatment. The individual can go to a participating police department to ask for help and will be connected with a certified volunteer who will then personally escort this person to a licensed treatment facility. The police departments recognize that we cannot arrest our way out of this crisis. Addiction is a disease that needs medical care, not jail. This program has already connected 21 residents to treatment. And as I have stated before, we will not rest until heroin and opiate abuse is no longer an epidemic in Will County. In closing, I want to say it's truly an honor and a privilege to serve as executive for Will County. Each day there are challenges, but working together we can achieve great things. Our strength is our collaborative approaches to addressing obstacles we face, working with our public and private sector partners, and through the engagement of our residents. Today I have offered only a small sampling of the great things that are happening in Will County. As I mentioned in the beginning of my remarks, there are many more great things happening in each of our communities, but time does not allow me to talk about everything, unless you want me to. However, as you can see, we are moving forward, preparing for our future growth, and continuing to attract quality economic investments. Our strong foundation, strategic planning, and measured actions will keep Will County a major player in the state, the nation, and the world. I am immensely proud of what we have accomplished so far and enthusiastic about what the future holds for Will County. Thank you.